Hello lovelies, so here I am back with another doTERRA A to Z of our essential oils, and today we're talking about B is for black pepper. And I'm a big fan of black pepper, the herb, and would put that stuff on everything. And if you think about it, the things that we use in our kitchen often are because they are great for our digestive system. So the essential oil is no different. This is also good for our digestive system because our essential oils, remember, are a more concentrated form of the herb itself. So it actually comes from the berries. It's steam distilled. The top properties are it's an antioxidant, antispasmodic, digestive stimulant, an expectorant, a neurotonic, a stimulant, and also rubefacient. So this one in particular, this time of year, winter, I don't have the greatest circulation in my hands and in my feet. So I actually make up a cream that's got several essential oils in it, but including black pepper, that I can massage onto my hands to help the circulation in my hands. That's the Rubefacient bit. Okay, it blends well with lots of things: cardamom, copaiba, clove, juniper berry, manuka. It's found in quite a lot. Well, we've got 3 of the blends, the steadying blend and the fortifying blend, but it's also in the On Guard soft gels. So I often get asked the difference between On Guard, the essential oil, and the soft gels. The soft gels actually have oregano and black pepper in, as well as the On Guard blend, because they're very good at boosting our immune. So dilution is recommended because sometimes you can have skin sensitivity. And also remember, we talked about the other day that if you put it with fractionated coconut oil or another carrier oil, it's kind of acting like saran wrap, and it's preventing as much of it from evaporating, and instead it gets drawn into the body, which is kind of what we want. So top uses for this, when we're looking at the digestive system: constipation, diarrhea, bloatedness, gas, wind, we call it in England. So you might want to either apply that to the abdomen topically or take some in a capsule. It can also be really cleansing and helpful for the respiratory system. So again, you can diffuse that, inhale it, or take a drop underneath the tongue. It can be good for the poor circulation and cold extremities, as I just talked about, because it brings warmth to that area. So you could use a compress to really help the flow of blood move into the muscle and the nerves. Cold, flu, aches, chills, again, bottom of the feet or along the spine, or taken in a capsule. Congested airways, you could apply it to the chest. Nice to add white fur here, or diffuse it. It's great as a food flavoring. So where I would used to use the herb, I now use the essential oil instead. But as I was talking about some of the herb oils the other day, less is more. So try just even putting a little what do you call them, little cocktail stick, those little wooden sticks, in there, and dipping a little bit in. And if it tastes like you need more, put more. The thing with essential oils when we're cooking, if we put too much in, we can't really take it out, and then we're starting again. It can be great for anxiety. Again, bottom of the feet, under the nose. Cramps, sprains, and muscle spasms. Again, topically put onto the area. This is a good one for smoking. So if you are trying to give up smoking, or someone in your life is wanting to give up smoking, there's a few different ways that you can use this, because it helps with the nicotine cravings, and it also helps with the anxiety that comes with it. So inhaling it or diffusing it, or even taking a drop under the tongue. When we breathe it in, it actually has a similar feeling for our body than that we might experience when we're smoking. I've never been a smoker, so I don't know personally on this, but that feeling brings about the same feeling when you're breathing it in. It brings about the same feeling as when you're smoking a cigarette, and so your body's not feeling as much like it's missing out on those sensations that it got. So let's talk about my favorite bit, the emotional side. So black pepper reveals the masks that we use to hide aspects of ourselves. From childhood, most of us have been taught that some feelings and some behaviors are good while others are not. So instead of us trying to understand these, what we seem to think are inappropriate feelings and behaviors, we start to judge, condemn, and repress them. So we learn early on that to be loved and accepted, we must hide the undesirable aspects of ourselves behind a mask. So black pepper invites us to get real by digging into those less understood parts of ourselves. So whether that's one's true motives or feelings, whether they're acknowledged or not, they continue to exist. And the more these feelings are pushed down and buried and repressed, the more they seek to make themselves known. If they're not honestly dealt with and acknowledged, they will often be expressed through erratic, compulsive, or addictive behaviors. So black pepper also is a bit of a fire starter. So it reignites the soul fire, fueling motivation and high energy and hastening the healing process. It gives individuals the strength to overcome the challenges and issues they carry inside and invites them to live in integrity with their true self. So there are negative emotions here that we might want to be using this oil with: emotional dishonesty. So not really kind of like checking in with our true self and not being honest with how we feel about things. Repressed emotions, feeling trapped, feeling very prideful, or even feeling superficial. And the positive properties here: if we're wanting to gain emotional honesty, if we're wanting to live an authentic life, courageous, motivated, self-aware, and with integrity, great oil to use. And some of the companion oils for this, we've got kumquat, vetiver, coriander, juniper berry, frankincense, and pink pepper. So when we're using it emotionally, again, tap into how you want to use things intuitively. If you've not done this before, I promise you that over time, you'll just know where you need to put the oils and what feels right for you. So inhaling from the bottle or diffusing, remember that when we breathe in smells, we're connecting smells to memories from the moment we're born. So it's a great way to shift emotions. Or we can dilute a couple of drops and place it on the bottom of their feet, on your feet even. So that's our B is for black pepper. And you can carry on and join us with blue tansy as our next one.